look up William Ellsworth Hoy, you often find him referred to as Dummy Hoy. During William's time, dummy was a common name for people who were deaf and mute. William was proud of being deaf. He referred to himself as Dummy. He was born May 23rd, 1862, and he died at the age of 99, December 15th, 1961. Today we are going to read his biography. Hi guys! Today we're going to read the story of William Hoy and his biography. You notice that he loves playing baseball. You can see right here. So all of our baseball fans, I hope you really enjoy this story. Before I start reading, I want to ask a question that we're going to come back to throughout this story. It says, do you think people should be treated different because of a disability? So while I'm reading, I want you to be making that connection to this story. All right, so our author is Nancy Chernin and pictures by Jez Tuya. All right, so whenever I ask questions in the story, I want you to answer them to yourself or to your mom or your dad or whoever is helping you out with these lessons, just so it doesn't look silly, okay? All right, here we go. Here's our first page. William scooped dust to dry the sweat off his slick rubber ball. He stared at the small X he'd chalked on the barn wall. He closed his eyes. He opened them and threw. Bam! He hit the mark. He stepped back so he could try again. His mother waved her arms. She was applauding him. So do that with me. This is how you applaud a person in sign language. She touched her fingers to her mouth to signal eating. He read her lips as she said dinner. William pulled out his pad and pencil. He scribbled, just a few more. I want to be perfect for tryouts. His mother nodded. All right, so my question, why does his mother do this to William? Good, so you remember that he is deaf, and whenever he was 2 years old, he became deaf. And I have a connection, another story that we read. Who else was deaf when they were a little girl? Helen Keller, yes. So Helen Keller and William Hoy have that in common. Okay, very quickly, let's talk about the difference between Helen Keller and William Hoy. So Helen Keller became deaf and blind at 19 months old, which is a year and a half from an illness called scarlet fever. And William Hoy became deaf when he was 2 years old from meningitis. We do not hear these diseases as much anymore because we have shots and vaccines that you get whenever you are younger. Alrighty, our next part. His family was passing mashed potatoes around the table when William pushed open the door. He read his father's lips, telling him to wash up for dinner. He also read that his father's lips mouthed to his mother. Baseball, his father said, shaking his head. It will never last. Still, William couldn't wait to try out at his school, the Ohio State School for the Deaf. At tryouts, he threw the ball, he caught it, he batted, he waited. Too small, the team captain said. William never got much taller than 5'5". He couldn't do anything about that. But maybe they'd give him another shot if he aimed better and ran faster. So every day, after school and chores, he practiced. So this tells me that he is very determined. He wants to play baseball, and nobody's going to stop him. One day, William was standing outside the cobbler shop where he fixed shoes, wistfully watching men play baseball in a far-off field. A foul ball crashed by his feet. With his strong, sure arm, he threw the ball straight into an amazed player's waiting hand. You can see that right there. But William couldn't read the player's lips from where he was, so he turned around and went back. All right, so what kind of connections can we make to this biography so far? So maybe if you like to play baseball, that would be a great connection. Maybe being determined, not wanting to give up. One more thing I want you to notice. Notice that this player does not have a mitten. At this time, they did not have baseball mittens. They had to catch the ball with their bare hand. Can you imagine how bad that would hurt if you've ever played baseball or tried to catch a ball that was going really fast? That would really hurt your hands. All right, let's keep reading. The man ran to William and tapped his back to get his attention. William whirled around, and this time, when the man repeated the question, he understood. He scrambled happily to the outfield. I wonder what that question could be. Maybe, hey, do you want to play baseball with us? And at this time, they didn't know that he was deaf, that he couldn't hear. William threw the ball smack into the teammate's hands. When he was up to bat, he sent it soaring where no one could catch it. Look at his determined face. He's very excited about playing baseball. What's your name? Asked one of the players. William Hoy, William wrote. The man looked at the piece of paper for a long time. He seemed to be thinking. Do you want to try out for our team? He asked. William at last. William grinned. He sure did. William soon learned life in the hearing world wasn't easy. Unlike his parents, few people used sign language in the 1880s, and certainly not in baseball. He won a spot on the first team he tried out for, but the manager smirked when he offered William less money than he paid the others. I quit, William told him. With his notebook, he quickly found another team. So there you can say he's quit. So going back to our central question, do you think that was fair that he would have been paid less because he couldn't hear? His skills were the same. He could still hit the ball, probably better than some of the other players. He had a really good arm. He could throw far. So would that be fair? He didn't think so. That's why he said he quit. All right, let's keep reading. But even on his new team, some players talked behind his back. So he wouldn't know what they were saying. Others hid their mouths so he couldn't read their lips. Do we think that that is fair? You know, sometimes we are rude and hurtful to others behind their back, but not to their face. And that's not fair either. So we need to watch what we say, regardless of who is around and what people are saying about them. So that wasn't very kind about William's playmates. All right. We are going to pause here for today. I'm going to give you a sneak peek for tomorrow, and we'll finish this tomorrow. All right. If you want to see that sneak peek, looks like people are laughing. Wonder if William Hoy had a hard life because of his disability. All right, guys, we'll finish this story tomorrow. Bye.